a special edition of On the Record, the 2016 election. And tonight, the dazzling question, will the outsiders continue to dominate? Well, here are the candidates out on the campaign trail.
We are a dumping ground for the rest of the world.
Conservatives have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
There's no question that the GOP has a very excellent opportunity.
If I'm our nominee, how is Hillary Clinton going to lecture me about living paycheck to paycheck? I was raised paycheck to paycheck.
Economic growth is the key. Economic growth is the key to everything.
The silent majority, it's back, and it's not silent.
Donald Trump is not a serious candidate.
This is not a guy who is a conservative.
The celebrity factor of Donald Trump is going to go way down.
I hear they're all going after me. Whatever.
Leadership is about unlocking potential in others.
Imagine abolishing the IRS.
If I'm our nominee, we will be the party of the future.
This is a movement. We're going to make our country great again. Believe me, we will make our country great again.
And right now, the three political outsiders, billionaire businessman Donald Trump, retired neurosurgeon Dr. Ben Carson, and former Hewlett-Packard CEO Carly Fiorina, they are dominating. A new WBUR poll of New Hampshire Republicans finding 22% favored Donald Trump, 18% favored Dr. Ben Carson, and not far behind Carly Fiorina at 11%. And here to go on the record, former outsider presidential candidate himself, businessman Herman Cain. Nice to see you, Herman.
Thank you, Greta. Happy to be here.
Okay, so what's the story? Why do New Hampshire Republicans, at least tonight or in the last few days, why do they favor so much Donald Trump and Ben Carson? And I realize there's this whole discussion about outsiders, but let me ask you a second part of the question. Why are the governors being slammed as being insiders? They haven't been to Washington.
I think the New Hampshire poll that you just showed reflects the appetite of the entire country. I hear this every day on my radio show. I hear it when I travel. In other words, they are hungry for an outsider because they see governors as insiders, just like they see people that are already in Washington, D.C. And that appetite, I don't believe, Greta, is going to go down anytime soon.
All right, but okay, I got the outside. I mean, I get Carly Fiorina and Donald Trump and Dr. Ben Carson. They've never been in politics, so safe to say they are outsiders. But you've got these governors: Kasich, Pataki, Walker, Christie, Jindal, and Bush. Now, one of them is the reason for this logjam over my right shoulder and up Capitol Hill, or on my other side, down 16 blocks to the White House. I mean, they've got nothing to do with it, yet they're getting blamed for this.
They are partially being blamed for it. And I believe that the reason that the governors are not rising in the polls like these outsiders is quite simply even though they're running states and all three of them are doing a good job, people still see them as part of the establishment. So it's not just outsiders versus insiders, it's outsiders versus establishment, and they see governors as part of the establishment because they are in the political process.
All right, well, it's inevitable, at least I think it is, that Carly Fiorina, Donald Trump, and retired neurosurgeon Ben Carson probably are going to sort of walk into each other behind stage tonight, maybe in the green room as they get ready for the debate tonight. Would you like to be the fly on the wall as they sort of nod and exchange pleasantries to each other? Or don't you expect them to say anything nice to each other?
I believe that they will be nice to each other as they pass each other in the halls. And the reason is, they are not out for what you call political blood, like some of these other politicians are, establishment ones, that are determined to stop Trump. And soon as Ben Carson, if he were to overtake Trump, they're going to go after him. If Carly Fiorina continues to go up, they're going to go after her. So I think that the outsiders, Trump, Carson, Fiorina, I think they're going to be cordial with one another because I think they are the three of them are talking about aspirations that the American people want to hear. Some of the politicians or the establishment people aren't speaking the aspirational language that they hear from these outsiders.
All right. Would you agree that Donald Trump is the big target on his back tonight? That
yes.
Even though the two other outsiders that the others are gunning for Trump.
Yes, all of them are going to be gunning for Trump. Some of them are gunning for Trump so much that they've even come out and said, "quote, he's not fit to be president." You can't be any more direct than that. But here's the thing.
He's going to, you know what? He's going to get, anyone who says that's going to get nuked by Donald Trump. I mean, you don't say Donald Trump's not fit for president without, strapping on the helmet and heading for the bomb shelter.
The only question is whether or not Trump is going to hit him with one pie in the face or whether he's going to hit him with two pies in the face. That's the only unanswered question. But you're absolutely right. But here's what I'm hearing from the American people, Greta, and I hear it every day, all the time. They don't care about labels. Rand Paul, for example, wants to paint Trump as not a conservative. Some of the other candidates want to say he's not a conservative. He's not a real Republican. They aren't focused on labels. They are focused on aspirations that he talks about. Ben Carson is answering questions that basically talk about the same aspiration. And Carly Fiorina, I got to tell you, my only prediction tonight is that she is going to shine on that stage as one of the candidates on the big debate.
All right, well, we're all sort of holding on to our seats, not knowing what to expect tonight. But, Herman, thank you for joining us.
Expect the unexpected, Greta.